Hey guys, Dave and Alex here with the Hyperspace Vault. Welcome to our Ollie's Haul Part 2. We're going to unbox all these figures you see right here on the video. Stay tuned. Alright guys, so we found some more figures at Ollie's Bargain Outlet, vintage collection figures for $3.99. What an amazing deal, and look at the variety of figures here we got. And if you haven't checked out our first part of this video, we made another video on this, and we opened some figures in that video. So check it out in the card up above. You can click on that, watch the first part, and then come back and watch the second part where we open these figures if you want. So let's get started. Alex, I guess we're gonna take turns opening these, and Alex is gonna go first. Alex, who are you gonna pick as your first figure to open?
All right, out of all of these, I think I'll pick the Scarif Stormtrooper. I like to call it a Shore Trooper, but really you can call it whatever you want.
Okay, let's take a look at the card real quick. What an awesome card! Look at that. Even though I think it's photoshopped, like they photoshopped this trooper onto this background, it still looks pretty cool. And I love the color on it too, like that aqua blue color kind of matches Scarif.
Yeah.
And then on the back of the card, he's VC 133. And
you can see everybody else in the line there.
yeah. So let's get him opened up and take a closer look. Alright, I'm just going to slice the bubble open for Alex, just to be on the safe side. Oh, wait a second. It's not glued very well, so that just popped right open. Okay, Alex, get in there and get him out.
Alright, here we go. You just slide him out like that, and there he is in his blister pack or bubble pack, whatever you want to call it. Let's go ahead and get a close-up of that real quick. Alright, now, before we look at most of the figure, let's go ahead and take him out of the blister pack so we can get a closer look. Alright, so here is the Shore Trooper out of the blister pack, and I gotta say, it is a really good figure. Just look at it right there. There is a few things that you can tell right off the bat about it if you got this figure right out of the card, and we'll go over that in a few minutes, but just to take a closer look at this figure, it's the paint applications are absolutely phenomenal, as you guys can see. The paint applications are one of the things that makes this figure so great, you know.
Yeah, the dirt wash on it looks amazing. I love that.
Yeah, and then as we go down, you can see the detailing in the kind of like the fabric pants that he's wearing that aren't armor. And yeah, as we go into the side and the back, you can see more of the paint applications. It looks so good. Right there. And then, yeah. Alright, and you can see the E11 is... And you can see the E11 is painted in kind of like a gunmetal gray wash. Really nice. But one thing I did figure out about the gun is that it's very flimsy, so it's kind of hard to put it in his hand. That is the Scarif Stormtrooper.
Yeah, that gun looks amazing with that metal wash on it. Alright, so next up, I'm going to open up Darth Vader. Let's take a real quick look at the card. This is the classic card from Empire Strikes Back, but the image is the same from Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi. It's a scene from A New Hope when he's dueling with Obi-Wan. So it's a classic card image. Love that image and the colors on it. And I like the Empire Strikes Back logo on this one. And this one is VC08. Now this was part of that repack wave that they did with the classic characters. And we actually have this figure on card from the original release back in 2010, I believe. But that release does not have a removable helmet, and this one does, and it does have the updated photoreal face printing technology. So I can't wait to get a good look at Darth Vader. Okay, so here is Darth Vader out of the package, but in the blister pack, you can see he comes with one accessory, his lightsaber, and he has a soft goods cape and inner robes, which is really nice. Alright, so we got Darth Vader out and posed up, and what a great looking figure. I absolutely love this Darth Vader. The only bad thing I see about it is the little mesh thing there for the cape. The chain on the cape is a little oversized and it sticks up and in the way. I wish they would have done a better job with that, or downsized it, made it smaller, or just not, had it at all. But other than that, I love the soft goods on this figure, and the molding is great. And just in case you didn't know, there is a new Darth Vader coming out on a Rogue One card, and I think it'll be out before the end of the year in the new wave. So that'll be something to look forward to, and I believe it's an all-new Vader. So let's get a closer look at the figure.
Oh, that looks so cool.
And now let's take this helmet off, because this one is removable. Alright, so here's a close-up of the head with the helmet removed, and look at that. That looks great.
Oh.
The digital, the digital face printing technology, or the photoreal technology, looks amazing on this figure.
Yeah, to like the wrinkles in his skin and stuff, and like the wounds that he has, it's just amazing.
Yeah, the wounds are a little bit on the bright side. The red is. Probably could have done a little darker red there, or at least under this hot light, it looks pretty bright red. But really, when you look at the figure itself, it's not that bright. It's just I think the light is making it look like that. So overall, and then look under the eyes and around the eyes, I mean, that looks great.
Yeah.
Yeah, what an amazing looking figure. And this is 3.75 inch scale, so I mean, it's just absolutely amazing.
Now, the sculpting on the head is one other thing that's amazing. From this angle, if you look at the head, you can actually see the indent that they made in the sculpting for that giant scar on top of his head. That's amazing.
Alright, on to the next figure. Alex, it's your turn. Who are you going to pick?
I think I will choose Yak Face.
Alright. Yak Face on a Return of the Jedi card.
Yeah.
And the image is from Jabba's sail barge.
Yeah, if we take a closer look at the card, obviously you have the Kenner logo and all that good stuff that you always get in a vintage collection card. Going on to the back, you can see that it's VC132. That's the number of it. And you can see the rest of the wave on the back, including some of the figures that we have here. So stay tuned. Right. And there he is, just slipped out. And right off the bat, you already know this is going to be an amazing figure. Let's go ahead and get him out of that blister pack. Alright, so here is Yak Face out of his blister pack. And I gotta say, this might be one of the best figures we have in this video. It is absolutely awesome. It has soft goods, as you can see right here, and it's like, on the outside, it's kind of like a fluffy material, but then on the inside, it's like, a soft material, which really is really cool, and I like how they tucked it, under this piece of plastic right here, which I think is supposed to be like a jacket or a coat made out of some type of creature fur. And look at that head sculpt. That is amazing. From the paint apps and the molding, it just looks so cool. As we go around, yeah. Paint app and molding. It's really
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, they even put some, you can see there, it put some gloss finish around his nose to make his nose look kind of wet. Like, you know, like an animal's nose would look. So that looks really cool.
And all the sculpting around there on his waist and torso. Around. There's his accessory right there. And as you can see, his hands are kind of like talons. I never knew that Yak Face had like talons like that.
All right, on to the next figure, and I'm going to pick Princess Leia Boushh. All right, so here is Princess Leia Boushh on the Return of the Jedi card, and what an awesome card. I mean, that just brings back the memories and nostalgia from Return of the Jedi. Yeah, really, really cool. So let's turn this around, and Princess Leia is VC 134. And you can see the other figures that were included in that wave. All right, let's go on and get Princess Leia cracked open. All right, looks like this one's going to pop off really easy too, I think. Maybe. Not as clean as the others, but... Okay, here is Princess Leia Boushh in the blister pack with, and you see the little backpack there and some accessories and the helmet, which was in a separate little blister on top, which I love that. All right, we got her out of the package and free of the blister pack, and what an amazing looking figure. I mean, this figure has it all. It has soft vinyl, has soft goods. The helmet is excellent sculpt on the helmet. And one huge surprise that I didn't even notice until we got to figure out was in her hand, she has a thermal detonator molded into the hand. So that is so cool. So let's take a closer look at that helmet.
Yeah, really cool sculpt right there.
Yeah. And then real quick, we're going to remove the helmet. That way you can see the face sculpt, which benefits from the digital face printing technology. And that looks pretty good.
Yeah. Obviously, they had to make the hair kind of in a tiny bit of a 2D kind of thing. It doesn't really look that 3D if you look at it right.
Yeah, it's an old sculpt that, I mean, it could probably benefit with the new sculpt, but there's a close-up of the thermal detonator that's molded into the hand, which is really cool. And then, of course, on the back, we have this little cape here that's soft goods, so that's a really nice touch on this figure. I mean, what amazing 3.75-inch figure. All right, on to the next figure. Alex, who are you going to pick next?
I think I'm going to pick the Chewbacca over here. Alright, we already have the card up here, and it is a Star Wars card. And as you can see on the top, it's kind of bent a little bit, which is not something we like to see. And then, of course, we have the Kenner logo in the corner there. And then if we turn it around to the back, we can see that it is VC 141, and we have some other figures from the wave, including the Imperial Stormtrooper on the Rogue One card, which we unboxed in the Ollie's Part 1 video. So if you haven't seen that, there will be a card up to go watch it. Alright, so here is Chewbacca out of the blister pack, and as you can see right off the bat, it is a really good figure. And let's go ahead and get a closer look up at Chewbacca here. The sculpting is absolutely amazing on him. Now, this is a repack. It's part of the repack wave, and there's some differences from the actual figure that it was repacked from. The paint applications are a little different.
Yeah, I think they're much better on this figure. And to be clear, this is a repack from the 3.75-inch Black Series line that he was originally packed in. So This is the first time we see him on the Vintage Collection Star Wars card.
Alright, so real quick, I wanted to do a tutorial on how to assemble his bowcaster accessory that he comes with, because we could not figure out how to do it. We didn't know if it went on top or on the bottom somewhere or through there somehow. So I'm going to demonstrate how to do it. If you guys look really closely, there's a little indent right there. It's hard to see. And you're going to want to get the little piece right here. You're going to want to put it through that indent there. And yeah, sometimes you have a little trouble doing it, like I am right now. And there we go. As you can see, it is assembled correctly right there. Yeah, and you can put it whichever direction you want, but I think it looks more accurate that way. And that's how to assemble the bowcaster.
Alright, we're down to 2 figures, and the next one I'm going to pick is Klaatu Skiff Guard. Alright, so here's a nice look at the card. Again, I believe this is nice looking picture, but it appears to be photoshopped a little bit. I believe the character has been inserted in that image. And you look on the back, VC 135, and then there's the rest of the figures of the wave.
Very cool.
You have the Kenner logo at the bottom. Here's an image of the figure, still in the blister pack, but free of the packaging. And there's one accessory, the staff weapon that he has there. Alright, so we got him out of the packaging, and what a great looking figure. There's kind of like the molding looks excellent on this figure, and there's kind of like a dirt wash over his outfit, and just looks great. And let's take a close look at that face sculpt. Yeah, look at that face sculpt. I mean, that just looks amazing. Yeah, very nicely done. And look at the helmet or the headgear that he's wearing. It looks really good.
Is the headgear removable?
No, it's molded onto his head.
Alright.
So, and then there is you see the molding there on the back of the, well, it's almost like a hammock he's wearing on the back. He's got a pouch there on the side. So, and look at the paint apps on that. It looks amazing. So, this is a great figure for if you have the skiff or the barge, which unfortunately we don't have the barge, but we do have a skiff. So this figure will look great on our skiff, along with Yak Face, and yeah, that's pretty much the only ones we have, I believe. Yeah, the sad part about it, all these figures, they never saw retail in our area, and you know, the first time we've seen them is at Ollie. So, like, you know, they came out last year, a year ago or more, and they never made it to retail. So this is the first time we've seen these figures at retail.
Alright, now I'm gonna do the last figure, Leia Hoth, Princess Leia Hoth. The front is just, you know, the same as every card, except the image here is different, of course, because it's a different character. And then we have the Kenner logo, of course. I think that image looks pretty good.
Yeah, amazing Empire Strikes Back card, and the picture of Leia there looks really good.
Now, if we turn it back to the back, it's VC02, and you can see some of the other figures in the line, including the repacked ones as well.
Alright, let's go on and get her cracked open.
Alright, so here is Princess Leia Hoth out of her blister pack and packaging, and as you can tell, it's pretty good. I mean, like, yeah, pretty good. Obviously, it's just another repack, but, yeah, it does have the digital face printing, which is what we didn't get on the original release.
Yeah, let's take a close-up of that face, and, yeah, it looks pretty good. I also love the jacket here. It's like soft, pliable plastic, and it makes it really nice. This is a huge improvement over the older figure that we have. I'm not sure exactly which line that older figure came with, but the feet on it were so small you cannot stand up the Princess Leia Hoth. So, yeah, nicely done figure. There's a look at the back with the jacket. Nice sculpting on that jacket. And the hair is done well too.
Yeah. And the molding on the legs and stuff is really good. And that little data pad thing that's on her jacket, or is that like a thing that tells you what
It's like a rank insignia, yeah.
And
there's
hair.
A communication pad on her wrist.
Oh yeah, that's really cool.
Alright guys, we got all the figures opened up here, and here is our entire Ollie's haul from part 1 and part 2 together. You can see all the figures together here. And again, if you haven't seen part 1, go check out that video where we unbox Luke, Han, and the Stormtrooper, the Rogue One Stormtrooper. So again, yeah, this is a nice haul of vintage collection figures, and at a great price for $3.99. I mean, that is just blows my mind.
Yeah. If you yeah, this is like Ollie's is really our go-to place for vintage collection, because the retail around our areas, we really don't know what it is. They just don't get this stuff in.
Yeah, here recently they've been getting some of the new waves in, but they only get like one case, and then if you're not at the store that day it comes in, or the next day, they're gone. So it's only by luck that we find some of the new figures that come out. And the Black Series, it's getting the same way with the Black Series. Used to, Black Series, you always would be able to go into Walmart or Target and pick up the new Black Series figures, but now the Black Series is the same way. It's like they're there for a day and then they're gone.
Yeah.
Alright, so I guess that wraps up this video. Please give this video a like. Leave us a comment down below. Tell us what you think about these vintage collection figures. And tell us if you found any additional figures at Ollie's that we don't have here. I know there was a couple others that we didn't get.
Also, if you guys want to go check out Ollie's Hunt Part 1, there'll be a card in the corner, in the top right corner right now. So if you want to go watch that, then there it is. It'll be also linked at the end of the video if you guys want to go check that one out.
Alright, Alex, take us out.
May the Force be with you. Always.